All right, so today we're diving headfirst into the world of Inland Empire real estate.
Sounds exciting.
It is. We're taking a deep dive into the website of Charles Nierras. We're going to really dissect it and see what kind of intel we can gather about him as an agent.
Ooh, I like that.
Like, we're getting a sneak peek before we even step foot in his office.
It's important to do your homework before you jump into any real estate decision.
Exactly. So, first impressions, consider it done. That's what Charles Nierras' website greets us with.
Okay, bold statement.
It's bold, a little different from your typical realtor tagline.
It definitely grabs your attention. A tagline like that, it suggests someone who is proactive, results-driven, someone who's ready to roll up their sleeves.
Yeah, and I noticed how he emphasizes local expertise, too.
That's huge in real estate, you know?
It's got to be more than just knowing the neighborhood.
They're absolutely a true local expert. They understand the market trends, the hidden gems, the little quirks that can make or break a deal.
Right.
And that's crucial for both buyers and sellers.
Yeah. Imagine this. You're trying to buy your dream home.
Yeah.
And your agent doesn't even know that the neighborhood has, terrible traffic during rush hour.
Oh, I've heard those horror stories.
Nightmare.
Exactly. And on the flip side, for sellers, having an agent who can highlight those unique neighborhood perks, that can be the difference between a quick sale at the right price or your house sitting on the market for months.
Huge difference.
It's huge.
Speaking of knowing the market, now let's dive into his listings a bit. Charles has a pretty diverse portfolio on his website. We're seeing everything from the cozy 2-bedroom condo in Hemet, listed at $240,000, to a spacious 5-bedroom property in Highland going for $883,000.
Wow. Okay. So that's a pretty significant price range. It tells us that the Inland Empire market, it's not a one-size-fits-all kind of place.
Right.
You've got options there for first-time buyers, growing families that are looking for more space, maybe even someone searching for that perfect retirement home.
Yeah, you could find it all.
And finding an agent who can navigate those different price points and understand the nuances of each area, that's key.
Definitely. You want someone who knows where to get the most bang for your buck, no matter your budget.
Precisely. And, it's not just about the price tag either. The fact that he has listings in both Hemet and Highland, that tells us something interesting about the market.
Oh,
Hemet's known for its more laid-back vibe, affordability. Might attract a different buyer than Highland, which is closer to those job centers, has seen more development.
So it's almost like each city has its own personality, attracts certain types of buyers.
Exactly. For someone new to the Inland Empire, having an agent who understands those subtle differences, it can make the whole process so much smoother.
For sure. One listing that actually caught my eye was this charming place in Hemet. It's not the biggest place, but get this, it's got a backyard orchard.
Now that's curb appeal.
Talk about curb appeal.
And talk about lifestyle, right?
Yeah.
It's those unique details that can transform a property from just a house to a home.
Totally.
So for someone who values fresh air, maybe wants to try their hand at growing their own food, that orchard could be the deciding factor.
Yeah, and it tells me that Charles pays attention to those details too.
Right.
Which is a good sign. It means he's not just trying to make a quick sale, he's trying to find the right fit for his clients.
It shows he cares.
Exactly. And that's huge. You want an agent who's invested in your happiness, not just closing the deal. Okay, moving beyond the listings for a sec. Charles has a recent sales section on his site. Looks like he's been busy everything from a condo in Paris to a single-family home in Hemet. This guy gets around.
That's the mark of an agent with a strong network.
Yeah.
A finger on the pulse of the market.
Yeah.
Working across multiple cities, closing deals in different price brackets. It tells you he's adaptable, knowledgeable about all those different neighborhoods.
And for a buyer or seller, that kind of reach can be invaluable.
Absolutely. Imagine you're selling your home and your agent's network is limited to just one small town.
Right.
Your pool of potential buyers shrinks considerably.
Yeah, good point.
But an agent like Charles, who's constantly working across different cities, he's got a much wider reach.
Way bigger pool.
He can connect with buyers you might never even cross paths with otherwise.
It's like having a real estate matchmaker on your side. And speaking of knowledge, his blog has a title that jumped out at me. Covering many cities, your local real estate expert. It's like he knew we were coming.
He's anticipating the questions a potential client might have.
Right.
It suggests he understands the challenges and opportunities that come with working across different markets.
Totally, yeah.
And more importantly, he's not just claiming that expertise, he's explaining it.
It's like he's giving us a little sneak peek into his brain,
I like that.
And speaking of sneak peeks, now I want to talk about what his clients have to say. Let's check out those testimonials because his website has a whole page packed with them.
Testimonials are gold. They give you that raw, unfiltered perspective. What is it actually like to work with this agent?
Right. It's that real deal experience. And one client actually called Charles professional and always ahead of the game. Another one raved about how he goes far and beyond to meet your expectations. I mean, that's the dream, right?
It really is. And, when you see those phrases consistently in multiple testimonials, it tells you something about his work ethic. It's not just about closing deals. It's about building those relationships, advocating for your clients, navigating all the ups and downs that come with buying or selling a house.
Because it can be emotional.
Absolutely.
You know what really gets me? Another client said he made the entire process 1,000 times easier. And isn't that what everybody wants when it comes to real estate? Just to feel supported and guided every step of the way?
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you're not just buying a property. We're making a huge life decision. This is likely the biggest financial transaction most people will ever make.
That's a big one.
So having an agent who can alleviate that stress, provide clear, consistent communication, that's priceless.
I totally agree. So we've covered a lot of ground here. Charles's approach, the Inland Empire market, his impressive reach, and all those glowing testimonials.
Yeah, that's impressive.
We've basically just taken a crash course on Charles Nierras, all from his website. It makes you think, if you were setting out to find a real estate agent, especially in the Inland Empire, what would be your top 3 must-haves based on everything we've discussed?
That's the $1,000,000 question. Right. And of course, there's no one-size-fits-all answer. But based on what we've gleaned from Charles's website, I'd say first and foremost, local expertise.
It's essential.
Not just knowing the neighborhoods,
Yeah.
but really understanding the market, the pulse of the market.
Having that insider knowledge. Okay, what's next on your must-have list?
Communication.
So important.
Communication. You want an agent who keeps you in the loop, answers your questions promptly, and explains things clearly, whether you're a seasoned investor or if you're a first-time buyer.
Makes sense. All right, for our final must-have, what else should our listeners be on the lookout for?
Look for that above and beyond attitude.
I like that.
Those agents who don't just meet expectations, they exceed them. They're proactive, resourceful, and genuinely invested in their clients' happiness.
Right.
We saw glimpses of that in Charles's testimonials.
Yeah.
And that speaks volumes.
It's like finding a real estate unicorn.
A little bit, yeah.
So there you have it. Expertise, communication, and a dedication to going above and beyond. Those are some golden nuggets for our listeners to keep in mind.
For sure. And remember, the beauty of a deep dive like this is you can apply these insights to any agent in any market.
That's so true. It's a great point. It's all about asking the right questions, doing your research, and finding that perfect real estate partner. So next time you're facing a real estate decision, comb it. Remember this conversation? It might just give you that extra edge to navigate the market like a pro.